Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I got this makeup look right here. I wanted to do something affordable and simple for Valentine's Day. The other two looks that I did create, one was more dramatic and one was like in between. So this is like my daytime Valentine's Day look. So if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, then please keep watching. To start off today's look, I'm using this e.l.f. blurring primer and I'm applying that all over my face. This is the third time that I'm using this primer and I actually really like it. For foundation, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Foundation. It's definitely my favorite drugstore foundation at the moment. I'm just going to be blending all of this in with my fingers and wiping any excess product onto the towel. That way I don't have any extra foundation that I don't need. And then I'm grabbing a damp beauty blender and I'm just gonna make sure it's all blended in perfectly. The reason that I've been using my hands lately is because it gives it a more natural look overall when you're finished. So that's just a little trick that I have been doing lately. To contour my nose, I'm using this Wet n Wild contour stick and I am using a little brush to apply it on the sides of my nose. That way it's more controlled. And then I'm also applying it on the tip. And then with my LA Girl Pro Conceal, I am dotting like 5 little dots underneath my eyes, in between my brows, bridge of my nose, on my chin, and also my smile lines. And I'm just going to be blending all of that in with my fingers. This is going to help really warm up the product and like melt it into your skin, and it's going to give you an overall really nice, natural, but yet still covered foundation routine. Now the nose contour is obviously completely optional. I just prefer it. If you guys don't need to contour your nose or you don't feel like you want to, of course you could skip that step and just apply a little bit of highlighter on the bridge of your nose. I'm just blending all of the nose contour in with this Artiste brush, and then I am blending everything all together with the Beauty Blender just to cancel out any harsh lines and to make it all fade in nicely. So to set my under eyes, I'm using this NYX foundation powder. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely would recommend using a actual loose setting powder instead of this. As I had mentioned in my last drugstore video, I can't seem to find a cruelty-free drugstore powder. I misplaced the NYX one that I had, so I just had to use what I had for the moment. So although my makeup came out really nice, I would say throughout the day it just started getting a little bit creasy underneath my eyes. So if you guys want to prevent that, definitely replace this step with some loose powder and then let it sit for a little bit and you could just dust it away. So to bronze up my face, I'm using this LA Girl, I believe it's a foundation powder. This is my first time trying it and I wanted to try a different bronzer, and I figured this one's nice because it's like matte, and I'm gonna use a highlighter today, which I normally don't use, so I wanted to keep most of the other products matte. So I am darkening up my face. As you can see, the foundation was a little bit light compared to my body color, so this is when I'm gonna start bronzing everything up to match my face with my body. This product is super pigmented, like a little bit goes a long way, which is really cool, so I just wanted to fill you in on that as well. And with a tapered blending brush, I am just applying that on the sides of my nose. And then with this bigger brush, I'm just gonna be blending upwards just to blend like the powder into the foundation powder, just so it all fades really nicely. And then with my damp beauty blender, I'm just gonna kind of bounce all over my face just to make sure everything is blended nicely. So I'm using this new e.l.f. highlighter that I picked up at the store, and I'm using it kind of like as a bronzer just to kind of add a little bit of shimmer. At this point, I didn't know if I was gonna apply highlighter, which I will later on as well, but it's just gonna give my cheeks a nice glow. So for today's look, I'm using my Carli Bybel palette. I am using the shades that I use literally almost every single day. I'm using the lighter mauve shade in the crease of my eye with a large blending brush. Then I'm picking up the darker mauve shade with a smaller blending brush, and I'm applying that on the outer V and up into the crease as well. Then picking up the first highlight shade, I'm highlighting right underneath my brows, and I'm also highlighting in my tear ducts. And I wanted this look to be super like bright and glowy, so I am extending the shadow out really close to where my nose contour starts. To brighten up my tear duct a little bit more, I'm using this Amanda Steele and ColourPop collaboration shadow, and I am dragging that out about halfway on my lower lash line. I'm then picking up that darker mauve shade and applying that on the outer half of my lower lash line. And then I'm picking up a little bit of that dark plum color and I'm applying that just on the outer V to add a little bit more depth. And then for mascara, I'm using the NYX mascara that I used in my last video as well. I really like this one. So I'm going to continue to highlight my face with that first highlight shade. I am highlighting the bridge of my nose, on my lips. I didn't do the snot today, just for all of you guys that were requesting I try something new. So I didn't apply it today, but I am going to be applying it on my cheeks, which normally I don't. You guys know I've been like loving a matte face, but it's always fun to add a little bit of shimmer, and I figured I would add some glow because we're gonna do like a fresh glowy look. For lips, I'm using this NYX pencil, and then for the liquid lipstick, I'm using this one by ColourPop. Off the top of my head, I don't know the name, but I will list it, of course, below for you guys. And then I'm using the shimmery pink e.l.f. blush, and after I applied it, I just felt like my cheeks were just too shimmery. So I'm gonna go in with my BH blush palette, and I'm gonna pick up that mauve tone, and I'm gonna apply that right over it because it's gonna just like mattify the cheeks a little bit more. I just felt like with that shimmery bronzer, and then the highlighter, and then the highlighted blush, it just was a little too much. So I just feel like my skin looks a little too textured when I apply too many shimmery products. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day no matter what you're doing. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.